Hi you guys, I am Elkie and welcome to my channel and segment Let's Chat. So it was placed upon my heart to give you this message, and so I shall. Today's topic is self-awareness, and let's face it you guys, I believe it is one of the most challenging challenges that we can face in life, okay? Being able to have self-awareness and move accordingly is definitely not an easy feat, to say the least. So, what is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the conscious knowledge of one's desires, motives, feelings, and character. So basically, to get to know yourself. What? I didn't know that. Neither did I. And having self-awareness is very important to me because for me, I believe it is the beginning of the journey to getting to know yourself, okay? Because it's a whole bunch of other things you have to do. Be accountable, have self-awareness, have motivation. So I decided to give you guys a few tips that I've learned along my journey, which I'm still learning. Self-awareness is a continuous thing. But I decided to give you guys a couple tips that were good for me, and I think they'll be great for you. Tip number 1 is to be totally open and honest as possible with yourself about what you see about you. Come on, let's be real. You can't say that you're a clean person if every time someone comes in your house and want to visit you and they have to go use the bathroom, on the way to the restroom they have to shimmy to the left, take 2 steps to the right, another shimmy, knock on the door twice to make sure a whole bunch of stuff not gonna fall down, and then go in. Baby, that is not clean. That's cluttered. And I want you to also understand it is okay to say, hey, you know what, I'm not the cleanest person that I want to be. Or, okay, I'm not exactly where I want to be. And that's okay. Don't focus on the idea that you're not where you want to be. Focus on the idea that now you know you're not where you want to be, and decide how you're going to fix it. That's the whole purpose. Not to feel bad and down on yourself and beat yourself up about how horrible of a person you are. That's not the purpose at all. The purpose is to acknowledge it and fix it. Which leads me to tip number 2. The easiest way to remember that you have a certain thing going on with you, or about whatever you got going on, like if you decide that you don't like something about yourself and you want to fix it, number 2 helps a lot, which is write it down. Start writing down some of the things that you see about yourself. When you get angry about things and say you start to lash off at the mouth, but then later on you feel like, oh, I didn't like that. That wasn't the person that I decided I would like to be. Write that down and talk about, in what you write down, about how you feel, about what you feel like you should want to do differently. And if you do not know the process and how to do those things differently, Google it, look it up, and start researching and figuring things out for yourself, okay? Because sometimes writing down and actually seeing the problem is sometimes easier. Some people are visual people, and actually seeing it on a piece of paper kind of makes it realistic. Which is why keeping a journal is a lot of help sometimes. Sometimes when things are going on at that time, you feel so congested, angry, confused, mad, sad, and all these things at one time. And if you at that point in time can write down how you're feeling, and say later on in a day or maybe a day or 2 later, you come back and see what you wrote, and sometimes it can make you have a different perspective of what you were thinking at that time. You could tell at that time that you feel like, hey, I feel like I was being very calm at that time. But when you go back and read what you wrote, then you might see that, hold on now, I was really aggressive writing at that time. I wasn't as calm, and I wasn't okay with it as much as I thought I was. Sometimes it's harder for us to see us and what we're doing than for other people to see us. And sometimes we don't always have other people available to tell us what we're doing wrong. So sometimes we have to be a reflection of ourselves and be able to kind of look within ourselves and see it for ourselves. Tip number 3. Ask your inner circle. The people you trust with their opinion on that certain subject, as in you feel like they've had their experience, or they have their knowledge because they went to school and they have a professional experience on it, or even if they have, as I stated, they have life experience on it. Those things like that are great things to be able to go to people those certain people about that certain situation to get their opinion on. Do not go to a stranger, someone you really don't trust, or they got a lot of things going on in their life and you feel like they don't handle their emotions or their situation's great, and then go ask them opinion about how you look. I just feel like that's not the smartest thing to do. But going to someone who you might know have experience in it, be it however they got it, and you cherish and trust their opinion, those are some of the people you should go to and ask them, hey, what do you see when you see me? Or, you know, do you feel like certain characteristics pop out for you when we're speaking or when I'm around? You know, what is it that you enjoy about me, or what is it that you see aren't really great traits when you're around me? And sometimes those can be very, very helpful, because once again, as I stated before, it's hard for us to sometimes see our own mistakes. Sometimes people have to come and bring it up to us like, hey girl, did you know you're a little bit bossy? Who, me? You girl, you bossy. Now them letting you know give you the opportunity to decide if you want to change it or not. Now sometimes people can have that idea of you and you're kind of like, I don't really agree with it. I'm not really going to go with it. So regardless, thank you for that opinion and keep moving. Or now you got the opportunity to say, you know what, I feel like I am a little aggressive and I kind of agree with them slightly. So maybe I need to switch things around a little bit, you know. Tip number 4. Continue to assess yourself. Self-awareness, which is like having a self-assessment, should be on a continuous basis. You should always have some time within your life, within your month, your week, sometimes even within your day, to decide, hey, you know, did I enjoy who I was today? Am I proud of how I acted and the events that happened in my life today? And see if you are. If you're okay with it, then that's great. And if you aren't, then maybe you need to go back to the drawing board, write in your journal some things that you feel like you might not be, assess them and fix them. Tip number 5, set goals, plans, and priorities for your life. If not, like most of the rest of us, it is time for you to pick out new roads for your life. And if you need help with confidence, tip number 6 helps develop that. What is tip number 6? Affirmations. Speaking positivity over your life. I ams on a daily basis, twice a day if necessary. So when I would write my affirmations, I would write them down. Sometimes there'd be a whole page or a page and a half. And depending on how dark of a day I am having, I would sit up here and I would read them when I go to the bathroom, or if I'm just having a moment and I'm pretty upset about something, I just pull them out of my pocket and I'd say, I am beautiful, I am a queen, I am strong, I am courageous, I am a great mother, I am a friend, I am a homeowner, all those things. Anything that you believe in. I am a future millionaire, okay? And I am a confident, bad, black, beautiful woman. And affirmations are very important, because let me tell you something. Murphy's Law and his sap-sucking friends will come and try to mess up things all the time. Pushing negative thoughts into your head, saying negative things towards you and about you. Did you know it takes 5 positives to counteract 1 negative? What? And if negativity is going to happen, why not push positivity in the forefront of your life? Tip number 7. Let go of your leeches. Sometimes your hate is going to come out, and your low-key hate is going to come out, and they're going to be agitated like snails are agitated when you throw a little salt on them. Realize it the sooner, the better, because they have a multitude of ways of slowing your progress. And we are already fighting Murphy's Law and WAP, and I'm not talking about the good kind. I'm talking about whack-ass people. Try to have all the extra advantage over life as much as possible. And lastly, but not leastly, tip number 8. Love yourself no matter what. No one's perfect and no one gets everything correct. But if you work very hard every day to be the best version of yourself, which starts with self-awareness, so you can have a self-assessment over yourself, then you should be happy with who you are and be grateful to be alive every day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any topic suggestions, please leave it in the comment area. Until next time, love, peace, and equality. Important.